Us. So it's Saturday today. Had a long week at work, and yeah, I slept pretty late last night, so still pretty sleepy right now. It's like 11:35 in the morning. My parents and I are about to go and meet the kitchen designer specialist for our house renovation. You know, we're moving to a new place. Yeah, so yeah, still have a bit of time because we're leaving at like 1. So probably gonna continue doing like renders for my work because I didn't really get to finish it last night. Would like to show you the facade though because I have a few variations. It's for a hangar project, you know, where rich people store their jets and stuff. For the time being, I've been just asked to work on facade variations for the front part of the hangar. These are just like the initial sketches that I had. Trying to go for like kind of wing kind of form, airplane wings kind of form. Yeah, wasn't really sure what to do here. Then kind of like continue developing it, kind of play with it a little bit, and try to create like a cloud form or something that conveys movement, or then like continued maybe some like curves and stuff. And yeah, the client didn't really like them. They want more professional, more clean lines, more like Bauhaus kind of thing. Like, and of course like the facades change every time the layout change, and the plans aren't fixed yet. So but yeah, we're not working on like detailing or like designing the windows and stuff yet because we don't know where everything is. So yeah, we're just playing with the massing form and what entrances, where the offices we think will be, yeah, where the stairwell is and everything else. So alright, so we're at the kitchen specialist today, and we saw this tinted mirror right in front of us, and we talked about using something like this for one of the walls of our living hall, to make the space feel much bigger. But the thing is that you can easily see the fingerprints and dust if it's not regularly maintained. So first we went through our construction plans with the kitchen specialist, running through where the existing pipes are, what floor traps are, the exhaust fans, and the power points. We talked about wanting to have the cabinets deeper so that it can flush with the fridge. Kitchen cabinets are usually 600 millimeters, whereas refrigerators can vary from 650 to 950 deep. So we want to avoid having the fridge protruding out like the one they have because it looks kind of awkward. We also talked about having one of these drawers to keep the typical cooking stuff like oils and stuff. My dad kind of wanted mirrors for the cladding for the cabinets, and whereas my mom wasn't really that keen, because it would look messy with all the fingerprints and the dust, and I kind of agree with that. Then we talked about covering the kitchen hood, don't want dust collecting up there, and we're also going for a slanting wall hood so that we don't hit our heads and it doesn't block our view when cooking. This is usually how they finish off the kitchen countertop. They would turn the surface material down 30 to 50 millimeters deep, depending on your preference. We're using quartz for the top, which is usually 15 to 20 millimeters thick. Here we're looking at laminates for our cabinets material. They have a better selection and their colors are way better, but they're much more expensive. Usually when you work with interior designers, they will quote your project based on the pricing for laminates. This is the color tone that we want, dark gray, maybe like a charcoal gray, but it's kind of expensive. We're probably going to use melamine ABS instead of laminates because it's way more affordable and they look pretty good as well. Then we talked about using colored boards for the interior of the cabinets to match with the exterior panel to give it a more premium look, but we're only going to do it for the cabinets that will be used a lot and have like typical white boards for the others. Here we're talking about the splashback to finish off the countertop. Usually there's a piece to hide the joint between the tabletop and the wall, especially if the workmanship isn't great or the wall is uneven. For quartz top, it's usually a separate piece from tabletop, but for solid surfaces, it can be merged. But solid surface top scratches more easily, whereas quartz is more durable. So the following day, we went to another specialist and we were still looking at materials for our countertop. This one looks pretty good, with the gray stripes and the white top. It looks pretty simple and minimalist. I kind of like this one as well, the one with the gold stripes. It's the same pattern, but the gold one looks kind of more premium and luxurious. We also thought about having a darker surface for the top. It looks way cooler and it gives a more better contrast to the kitchen. But the thing is, the prints and the grease will collect and it's more visible on a darker top. Alright boys, kind of just want to update you guys on like the Hangar project that I talked about probably at the start of this video. Actually like the timeline of this video is like kind of messed up. Right now is like 2 months, month and a half like after the maybe like the scenes before this, but I hope it's alright. So yeah, so what I want to do now is just like quickly go through like the facade that we designed. Okay, so for the start, for like very beginning, when we're just like presenting sketches to the client, like for the first meeting, this is what I like kind of like sketched out on like Revit. Just kind of like trying to convey like movement, a cloud kind of thing, because you know it's for storing aircrafts. So yeah, this is for like the front portion where the offices are going to be. And I started off with these kind of like flat kind of surfaces, and then I kind of moved on to like a more parametric facade, you know, still trying to convey movement and like floating kind of vibe, or like kind of cloud kind of vibe. Yeah, so this is the view from the other side, and you got the front elevation. This was actually like my first time playing around with like parametric facade, because I'm not really interested in this kind of like organic forms, but you know, never too late to, you know, try something new. So yeah, the client really like didn't like these kind of facade. They think the clients prefer more like a professional kind of Bauhaus kind of design, you know, sleek, minimalist, kind of just clean lines and stuff like that. Okay, so I kind of developed it a little bit. So for the, okay, so for here, right, the ground floor is all workshops and like storage areas. So so obviously the window openings are not going to be as much as like the top portion. So what we've done here is that you keep all the offices up there and you get like full glazing, and bottom you probably just need some ventilation openings for the workshops. And then on the right portion is where like the lobby is, like the lobby and the entrance is, and there's a courtyard over there. So this is where like we're gonna have like the curtain wall facade. So we're gonna like spend more like of the budget on this side, the more important side, the entrance part, you know. And yeah, the other side you just keep it simple. Obviously we had to reduce the amount of glazing because that's gonna cost a bit of money. So kind of reduced it a little bit. And you see we have these like stairwell thing going on to kind of like break up the facade. So I kind of thought, you know, to do the same thing with the openings. Yeah, these are just like simple paint and render kind of walls. We don't really have money to go like to use like fancy materials. So yeah, and the top portion kind of just divided the openings a little bit more solids, and yeah, just play around with verticals. Then we kind of like try to break the facade up, and you know, make it a little bit more interesting, playing with like colors of the, you know, corporate colors. You know, they have like dark blue, navy blue, and like some grays. So just trying to go like play like the barcode pattern to, and then try to, you know, accentuate like the stairwell. You know, make it like towers. Yeah, and then we kind of thought of using like composite panels, aluminum composite panels for the entrance, you know, the cladding of the entrance area, and that's where they're gonna put their logos. Yeah. Boys, kind of forgot to use a microphone for the past like 5 minutes, so I hope the audio is not too bad because I can't be bothered recording it again. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna end this vlog here. Thanks for watching, I guess, if you're still watching anyways. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.